Bairstow, spot up jumper, and good.
Simple dribble handoff and a step back three.
And that's Ashworth. Ashworth was not announced as a starter, but he steps back for a long two. 3-2 ball game. USF with the lead and possession, so Ashworth in the starting lineup. A little bit of a change. First start of the year for him. Runner by Roberts, no good. Rebound ahead to Ashworth. And Ashworth drops the ball out top where it goes to Shulga, we'll get that right. Shulga handles at the left wing. Matched up with Roberts, shot timer to 15. Trying to find some open space, stops the dribble. Handoff over to Funk, left front court. Funk right side dribble drive, shot timer to 7. Right side three-pointer missed by Bairstow. And the rebound to USF. Ahead Ty Roberts. Out top, Gigi Berea for a deep triple, no good. And the rebound to Utah State. Funk right side on the perimeter. Matched up with Coonan, gonna back him down. Now gets bumped by Coonan out top. That's a foul on Josh Coonan. So that's his first team foul on either team with 18:01 to go. We're in the first half here inside Shea Center. Don's in front 3-2 over the Aggies. Utah State 6-0. Ball comes in, knocked on the floor, picked up by Ashworth over to Funk. Funk right side dribble drive, running layup around, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds, last touch by USF. You had three Dons there, Coonan, Gigi Berea, and Rishwain, and somehow USF could not collect the rebound.
Yeah, unfortunate there. It was good help defense coming from the weak side with a couple of guys, but they just couldn't get the handle on him. Out of bounds, Utah State.
So Utah State will trigger at the baseline. Shot timer reset to 20. Ball lobbed in way outside left to Dorius. And he hands off to Shulga. Dorius in the lane, turn, jump hook over Gigi Berea, and good. And Utah State in front 4-3.
Yeah, you don't want to let him get inside that tight. He's got a nice little soft jump hook in there, right over Gigi Berea.
USF front court, outside right, Rishwain. Dribbles baseline. Goes down inside, leaning. He banks it up, no good, got fouled. Good patience by Rishwain on the drive that time. Bairstow was really hanging with him as he went along the baseline, and Rishwain just stuck with it there, Jim.
Pretty good effort defensively because Rishwain was just pushing and shoving and spinning to try and get in tight, and he did eventually. Tried an up and under move, got fouled, didn't finish the play, but now he's on the line for two.
First free throw up and in. USF Dons basketball brought to you in part by Ticket Smarter. Hey Dons fans, you can buy tickets to the best sports, concerts, and theater events. A smarter way to buy tickets at ticketsmarter.com. Also brought to you by Park and Fly. Visit pnf.com for discounts on airport parking at both San Francisco Airport and Oakland Airport. That's pnf.com, Park and Fly. Rishwain buries the second free throw, makes the pair, and now USF inching in front. Dons lead 5-4. We go back and forth a little bit here. Utah State front court, steal by Shabazz, but then right as he picked it out of midair, he stepped on the sideline, so it goes right back to the Aggies. Otherwise, Shabazz was on his way for a breakaway layup. Ball triggered at the right side by Shulga. He drives to left side, skids to a stop, turn, jumper, and got it. Well, Roberts went racing right by him. So Shulga makes it a 6-5 lead for the Aggies. USF front court. Shabazz pounding the dribble, matched up with Ashworth, and Ashworth takes it out of his hands. A little bit too much dribbling by Shabazz. Left side Funk goes right corner, and then underneath wide open is Bairstow, and he makes the layup. 8-5 Utah State.
Well, it's an equal opportunity offense. You can see Utah State, they will make an extra pass, whether it be in the half court set or in transition. Great pass there for the finish.
Zane Meeks in for USF at the 5 spot. Left side dribble drive by Rishwain. No good. Rebound down loose, picked up by the Aggies. Utah State wants to push. Funk at the left wing. Matched up with Shabazz. Utah State in front 8-5 here. 16-14 to go. We're in the first half. Bounce it outside left on the perimeter to Ashworth. Backs it away with 12 to shoot. Roberts guards him. Now Funk at the left wing. Ball knocked loose along the hardwood. There's a wild scramble that goes into the Aggie State backcourt. Last touch by USF. And somehow the shot timer got reset through all that. I guess they thought there was a possession change, and the left side jumper knocked down by Shulga. So now it's a 10-5 Utah State lead. USF having trouble scoring here the last couple of possessions, and as Roberts goes inside, he gets bumped, a foul on the perimeter, and that brings us to immediate timeout. 15:38 to go. First half here at Chase Center. Utah State in front 10-5. As you listen to USF Dons basketball, we step out for this special message from Corona Extra. Well, the Utah State Aggies entered this ballgame an excellent shooting team, just under 50% floor for the year, and they have started this game 5 for 8. And USF into the front court off the inbound, and a turnover by Marcus Williams along the baseline. The USF 5 right now is Zane Meeks, Isaiah Hawthorne, Rishwain Williams, and Shabazz. Utah State in front 10-5. It's a little mini 6-0 run for Utah State. The Dons have not scored in a field goal in nearly 4 minutes now. Right side Funk, turn, banker, and in. He banks in a three way off the mark.
I'm not sure he called that bad.
No, I know he didn't. That shot was delivered poorly, but he got lucky on the bounce. It ricochets off the glass and in, and Utah State off to an excellent start, up 13-5. USF front court, Williams outside left to dribble. Right side Rishwain. Pull up 16-footer, no good off the front iron. And the rebound, Karams out of bounds untouched. It'll be Aggie basketball. Utah State possession. Ty Roberts back in for the Dons. The Aggies have subbed into the ball game with Dan Aiken. Left side dribble drive. It's Utah State basketball. It's now for Utah State. This run, they've made 5 straight shots. It's a 9-0 spurt. Right side Funk. Spin baseline underneath Hawthorne. Kick it left corner. Ashworth open 3 and air ball. Don's fortunate there. Ashworth had an excellent look. USF the rebound. Don's front court. Shabazz dribbles to the basket. Hang, bank, scores. That ends the run. Now 13-7 Utah State.
Really a great left-handed drive by Shabazz using that high screen off the left side glass.
Ends a 9-0 spurt. Other way the Aggies, and a foul in the lane on a jumper. And Shulga shooting the jump shot. So he'll go to the line for a couple of free throws here with 14:02 to go in the first half. 13-7 Aggies lead. And 2 free throws on the way. First one up in. A reminder, USF Dons basketball brought to you in part by the USF Dons online store. Hey, Dons fans, you can show your Dons pride like never before at usfdons.com/shop. First free throw up in. Next one on the way, good. Buries the pair. Utah State as a team at the line, 73%. Shulga, 80% from the stripe. 8-point lead for Utah State. USF front court. Williams on the perimeter. Goes right side wing. And then out top over to Roberts. Roberts, nice crossover move. Drives to the basket. Running layup short. Rebound Aggies. Pulled down there by Utah State. And here comes Utah State front court all the way to the basket. Driving layup, no good. Rebound Akin, no good. Gets his own rebound again. Back to the basket. Banker and scores. Just a lot of action there inside by Dan Akin.
Yeah, and that second, third effort will get you every time, Pat. That was the third effort on the missed shots inside. So great putback by Utah State.
R.J. Idlerock in now also for Utah State. And the Aggies have gone up 10 here. Free throw is good on the foul. The foul by Roberts. And now it's an 11-point lead for Utah State. A 14-2 run for the Aggies over the last 3:40. So Utah State's been in charge the last 4 minutes or so. Roberts pull-up jumper, way short, and an air ball. That goes out of bounds untouched, and it's Utah State basketball. USF off to a poor shooting start. The Dons have made just 2 for 8 here to start the game. Utah State has made 7 of 12 here at the beginning of the contest.
And it was really not a bad shot by Roberts. A nice little step back here mid-range, and he just shot it short.
Z Hamoda in now. Left side Ashworth jumper missed out of bounds. And it'll be USF basketball. The 5 for Utah State, Ashworth with Idlerock, Funk, Hamoda, and Akin. For USF, Shabazz with Hawthorne, Rochak in, Tony Rochak, Meeks, and Williams. Meeks out top, deep 3, good. And that makes it 18-10. Utah State front court. Left side turning jump hook, around and in.
Utah State really has that ability to open the floor up off the dribble for all their skilled players, and all 5 can really bounce the ball and create shots on their own.
20-10. Left side Williams, inside layup missed. Rebound Funk. Ahead Idlerock. Runs the floor. Akin all the way in for the layup, and Utah State up a dozen. Timeout Chris Gerlifson. Too much Aggies here early on. 12-10. And I believe the officials will turn this into the full media timeout, which would be due to come at the next dead ball anyway. So we'll get the break. 22-10. It's Utah State in front on the WCC Network and KNBR 1050, the sports leader.
2 turnovers, and Utah State has yet to have one. So, and they make all the open opportunity shots so far. So he's going to have to step it up a little bit here.
All right, USF basketball. Rochak with Shabazz, Meeks, Williams, and Hawthorne. The 5 under USF head man Chris Gerlifson. Out top Williams, right side towards the wing. Shot timer to 15. Left corner Hawthorne. Fakes the 3 and the ball gets knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Idlerock. Utah State right now with Ashworth, Idlerock, Funk, Hamoda, and Akin. Shabazz will trigger in for Meeks left front court. Shot timer at 12. Williams outside right. Pounds the dribble. Left corner to Rochak. Running underneath to Meeks, who lays it up and in. Nicely done. Rochak made that play happen, and Meeks finishes it off with the soft layup, and it's a 10-point lead for Utah State.
Yeah, and you like that, Pat. Hit the open man with the extra pass. Rochak was the first player tonight for USF that has done that, and Utah State seems to be a habit.
Now here's a steal by Khalil Shabazz. Shabazz dribbling front court. Meeks outside left, back Shabazz left front court. 22-12 Aggies. Shabazz left side pull up, long 2, no good. Rebound Hawthorne, and he goes back to the basket. A very delayed call there. Hawthorne got the ball, and it was about another second and a half went by before Duron White, the official, calls Hawthorne for the foul.
Yeah, that was a long rebound. I mean, it's not sure he pushed him down first on the long rebound.
So Utah State with possession up 10. 22-12, 11 minutes to go in the first half. Utah State front court, outside left on the perimeter, Aggie basketball. And then a left side drive by Akin, lost the handle, but he last saw a touch there by Hawthorne. So the Aggies will trigger at the baseline. Inbounding will be Ashworth. Long inbound to Idle Rock, swinging around left side. Funk on the perimeter. Shot timer at 8. Funk left side, dribble drive, pull up jumper, air ball right into the hands of Hawthorne, and ahead to Shabazz. Now back Hawthorne, left front court, dribble and drive, right side Rochak, spin baseline, throws it away right into the hands of Ashworth. Bad pass. Ashworth ahead, blocked by Hawthorne. Funk went for the layup, and it was rejected. USF rebound. Shabazz knocked it out of his hand. Shabazz turning layup, no good. Rebound Utah State. Ahead Ashworth. Ashworth up the left side. Ashworth all the way to the baseline. Feed to Akin. Matched up with Meeks. Turn, jump, hook, bank, in, out, no good. Rebound USF. Now the Dons have gotten some stops here, but USF has not been able to get into a rhythm offensively. Let's see if that changes with this possession. Shabazz left front court. Outside right over to Hawthorne, and the moving screen out there, the foul by Hawthorne. And it's going to be Utah State basketball. Just a reminder, Dons basketball brought to you in part by Plandon Orange. For the Bay Area's best eco-friendly pest control at PlandonOrange.com. Also brought to you by Evergood Sausages, locally made in San Francisco for 95 years. Find their hot links and their other flavors in a market near you. Evergood Sausages, they're ever good.
Number 32, Trevin Dorian.
Yeah, Hawthorne a little anxious here. He set the high screen. And it was really a pick and pop for him where he could set the screen and step back for the shot. Well, in his movement to step back, he runs into the defender, and it was his foul on that moving screen.
All right, Utah State front court. Bairstow back in, handles at the right wing. Dribbles towards the left side, and we get an offensive foul this time on the Aggies. Also the moving screen. This time it was their big guy Dorius on the perimeter. So it's Dons basketball. USF is subbed in with Big Vova Markovetsky. Backup center from Ukraine. Markovetsky with Kunin, Rishwain, Rochak, and Williams, the 5 for USF right now. 22-12 Utah State. USF front court. Williams, gutted by Ashworth, goes right side to the wing. All the way for the layup and in. Very nice kind of shift of speed that time by Williams for the shot.
Great change of pace, dribbling down the right elbow area.
Other way, Ashworth jumper, no good. Rebound into the hands of Rishwain, 22-14. USF front court. Williams again with the dribble. Left side, pull up, jumper, good, he's fouled, and a chance for a three-point play. Williams with the lost start there, Jim, the mid-range jump shot.
The mid-range, I'll tell you, is one of the best shots in the game still. Even though it's wandered away for a while there with the three-point shot, that mid-range, when that defense cuts you off, boy, you've got that quick little pull-up right around 15 feet elbow area, and Williams does a great job of stepping quick, stopping, and pulling up for that mid-range.
Well, the foul on Dorius, his second. The Williams free throw missed very short, no good. And it's 22-16 Utah State. Aggies into the front court. Bounce it outside left. And then underneath, turning bank shot up and in. That was Bairstow, 6'8" guard. He's listed as a guard. He's a big guard. 24-16. Williams all the way to the basket. Runner, banker, and in. And Williams starting to heat up a bit.
This time a little head shoulder fake by Williams around the mid-range. The defender went for it. He took it all the way to the rim.
Underneath the Dorius, fouled by Williams. Dorius shot missed, so Williams will make him earn it at the line. Dorius will settle in at the stripe. He is 3 for 4 for the year. And now as Chris Gerlofson has given the officials a bit of an earful, did he get teed up, Jim? I did not see what happened down there.
I don't think he got teed. I think he really questioned the foul on the shot. It looked like on the replay that it was a pretty clean block.
That's why the fans are booing here. They saw the replay. And that led to some boo birds. The first free throw for Dorius up in. Yeah, fans still buzzing about that call. Next foul shot is good. This Utah State team excellent at the line. Don's down 8. USF 5 is Rochak, Markovetsky, Coonan, Rishwain, and Williams. Outside right to Rishwain. One dribble, then Williams at the top of the circle. 8:05 left in the first half. A kick on Utah State. And Chris Gerlifson will sub here. Gerlifson bringing in both Meeks and Shabazz. USF Dons basketball brought to you in part by Coke. Hey, Dons fans, there's magic when we cheer together. Let's create some magic with an ice-cold Coke. Cheers. Markovetsky out, Meeks in. I mentioned Shabazz coming back in, so the USF 5 now, Meeks, Coonan, Williams, Rishwain, and Shabazz. Williams left side with the dribble. An 8-point lead for Utah State. Williams throws left corner, Shabazz, 3, good. Well, Marcus Williams with 3 straight made baskets, and now the assist to Shabazz.
Yeah, he's really ignited the USF team off the bench.
26-21 Utah State. Left side, Bairstow all the way inside for the layup. 28-21. USF front court. Williams with the dribble. Right side perimeter. 7.5 minutes to go till halftime. Rishwain outside right. Idle Rock all over him. Feed Meeks at the baseline. One-on-one, he goes over Shulga. Banker, good. And it's 28-23 Utah State.
Well, you gotta love Meeks off that right low block. He turns over his left shoulder so well and uses the glass to score.
Meeks came in averaging 12 per ball game. Utah State front court, Idle Rock perimeter. Matched up with Williams, goes left side, bounce it underneath to Akin, who lost the handle, but yeah, USF player got a hand in there for a foul.
USF foul number 55.
The foul is on Williams. That's his second personal. And it brings us to the under 8-minute timeout with 6:55 to go as we step away this segment of USF Dons basketball, brought to you in part by 25 Ventures, the preeminent diversity-focused venture fund at 25v.co. Just under 7 minutes to play in the first half. It's Utah State 28, USF 23 on the WCC network. Dons possession. Williams outside right with Meeks, Coonan, Rishwain, and Shabazz. Rishwain handoff, Shabazz left front court. Out top, Meeks step back 3, no good. And the rebound to Utah State. Aggies have it. And ahead to Shulga. Shulga outside left over to Bairstow. Big tall guard to the basket, layup and in. And they list him at guard, Jim. He's 6'8", 190.
Yeah, and once he gets by you on the dribble, boy, he just attacks the rim. It's tough to get to him.
32-23 Aggies. USF front court, ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Utah State. Tony Rochak back for USF, replacing Coonan. Utah State subs in with Ashworth. Utah State right now with Bairstow, Idle Rock, Shulga, and Ashworth we mentioned. Outside left, Rochak. Top of the circle, Meeks, left side underneath to Rochak. Banker, no good, he got fouled. Rochak bumped from behind, maybe Ashworth, let's see.
Personal foul, Utah State, number 24.
No.
Hamoda.
It's actually, the foul is on Hamoda. That's his fifth Aggie State team foul. Rochak to shoot 2. First one up, around, and no good.
Number 3, Isaiah Hawthorne for Marcus Williams.
Rochak at the line this year has struggled quite a bit. Just 7 of 17 shooting free throws. Second one, no good. Rebound out of bounds, last touch by Meeks. And there's a lost chance for USF with 2 missed free throws. 32-23, Utah State the lead. Aggie basketball. Officials stopped play after the inbound. I think they wanted the shot timer reset. That didn't happen. Now it gets reset. And the Aggies move into the front court. Members of the Mountain West Conference, undefeated 6-0. Left side pull-up, Shulga three-pointer and in. And just like that, the Aggies up again by a dozen, 35-23.
Don't need much space.
And the left side pull-up for USF, and no basket. It's a charge on Hawthorne. So it goes right back to Utah State. Well, Jim, the Dons made that one push, but Utah State able to, hold off the run, and now they're back up 12 with possession.
Well, it's really tough to key on their players because each one, they shoot a very high percentage from three-point line, all 5 of them.
Here's Bairstow on the perimeter. Right side drive to the baseline, sealed off by Rochak. Finds Hamoda. He drives inside. Little jump step move and a jump hook is no good. Rebound Meeks. Dons have it. Meeks over to Shabazz. USF into the front court. 5 minutes to go in the half. Shabazz handoff to Roberts, perimeter. Roberts outside left. Works his way down the lane, then bounce it over to Meeks. Back to Roberts. Left front court. Shot clock 11. Roberts pounding the dribble. Pull up triple, way short. Rebound Hamoda. And the Aggies break out front court. Hamoda dribble into the lane all the way to the basket. Lay it up and good. Right around Rishwain. 37-23 Utah State.
Yeah, and to slow down that offense, you've got to stop the dribble penetration first and foremost, because once he gets by you on the dribble, it creates too many opportunities.
Shabazz all the way inside. Rudder no good. Rebound out of bounds. Last touch by Utah State. It'll be Dons basketball. Just a reminder, our broadcast brought to you in part by San Francisco Toyota. With 2 sales and 2 service locations in the city, proudly serving San Francisco since 1966. Outside right, Rishwain. Dons have it. Rochak steps on the right sideline, an unforced turnover, and it's Utah State basketball. Dons struggling here. USF from the floor, 9 of 21. 43%. Aggies have made 14 of 25, 56% floor. Utah State front court, Shulga out top to Funk. Right side handoff over to Ashworth. Ashworth back to Shulga. Ashworth left side triple. He released it a bit quickly, missed it. Rebound Funk though, and the Aggies keep it. Utah State with under 4 minutes to go in the first half, in front 37-23. Right side pull-up triple, no good, missed by Shulga. And that's a flop call on him. He hit the hardwood after the missed shot. And the flop call. That's something they're really...
You're trying to spread the offense for the dribble drive.
Here's Bairstow into the lane. Outside right to Shulga. Shulga hands it over to Bairstow in the right corner. One-on-one with Roberts. Spins, goes around Roberts, and then finds Akin for a dunk.
Yeah, when Roberts went for the reach, and that opened up the passing lane for the pass, for the easy layup.
And as USF comes into the front court, the Dons turn the ball over. Shabazz sees it go out of bounds. And the Dons struggling here. Utah State in front, 39-24. With 2:56 to go till halftime, and USF has stopped play here. It's a 30-second timeout taken by USF head coach Chris Gurlifson. This is one of those kind of games, Jim, that you look later in the year. If you can come from behind and knock off of Utah State, this is the kind of game that can go a long way towards building your resume.
Yeah, the Utah State game is definitely a resume builder because they've been to the tournament. They've got a great reputation in terms of winning basketball games and getting into the NCAA tournament every year. So, if you can knock a team like this off, it certainly helps your resume along the way. So particularly at home, even though we call it a neutral court because it's where the Warriors play, but still it's your home game, and you got to try and win this thing.
USF has added a game to the schedule on December 12th. The Dons have added New Mexico, another undefeated team. They also have a game at UNLV coming up, another club that's undefeated. So there's some tough games coming up on the schedule. Left side Funk three, good. All alone, then he makes it an 18-point Utah State lead.
USF went into a 1-3-1 after the dead ball timeout. And Utah State takes advantage of the open slot there from the point to the wing, and it knocks home a three.
Makes the other way, fakes the triple, then gets run into by Akin. Stops the game clock with 2:29 left till halftime. Utah State in front. The Aggies leading 42-24. The Aggies have outshot USF 54% to 43%. Utah State right now in the midst of an 11-1 run over the last 4 minutes. Gigi Berea back in for USF. Dribbles perimeter, handoff to Coonan. Coonan out top Roberts, shot timer to 8. Roberts at the right front court, step back three, good. And it's 42-27. Dons will need a lot more of that here. 2 minutes to go in the half. Right side, Bairstow. Got it by Rishwain. The big guard going to back Rishwain down, going to lean. Good defense by Rishwain. Ball goes to Shulga. Back underneath to Bairstow. Left corner, Funk three. No good, in out. Rebound, Shabazz. Ahead, Roberts. Dons want to push. Roberts into the front court. Pull up triple, way short. Rebound is hauled down by Roberts. Underneath to Gigi Berea, and he didn't see the pass coming. He saves it in, and it goes right over to Utah State. Lost opportunity there for USF. Right front court to Funk, underneath to Akin. Fouled by Gigi Berea. And Akin will be at the line for free throws with 1:22 to go in the half.
Unfortunate there for Roberts in the left corner, last possession. He saw Gigi Berea open underneath the basket, made the pass, but overshot him in the right corner, and it just the ball got loose. And Gigi Berea saves it, and it's just too late for Utah State run out.
So here's Akin at the line. 2-shot free throws here. You got a couple coming. First one from Akin. Up. No good. USF Dons basketball brought to you in part by Luxbus America. Hey, Dons fans, get your people moving with Luxbus, the official transportation service of USF Athletics. One more free throw for Akin. It is short. Rebound, Gigi Berea. 42-27 Aggies. USF front court, Roberts, left side drive to the basket, hang, bank, scores, he's fouled, and a chance at a three-point play. That makes it 42-29 Utah State.
Utah State foul, number 11, Max Shulga.
Look again, those of you watching on the video side, as Roberts went aggressively inside, and he really hung in the air there, Jim.
He sure did, and hung in the air long enough to draw contact. He waited for the contact, and once he got it, he used the glass to finish the play. Great play by Roberts.
Free throw good for Roberts. That makes it 42-30 now. Tony Rochak back in for USF. Point difference, still a minute 10 left in the half. Roberts into double figures with 10 after the three-point play. Hamoda on the perimeter. Outside right, Akin back to Hamoda. Spins right side, drive all the way to the bucket. Running layup, no good. Rebound, Gigi Berea. Over to Williams. Dons can continue this push here. Right side, Rishwain three, no good. Rebound, Rochak over to Williams. Williams driving inside on Funk. All the way to the basket, around Funk, and he traveled. Yep. Took an extra step in there, turns it over, and it's right back to Utah State.
Yeah, too bad. Pretty good move there by Williams. Just overstepped a little bit on that pivot move.
All right, 35 seconds left in the half. Utah State front court. Ball, top of the circle to Funk. Handoff Ashworth, guarded by Shabazz. Left side drive. Kick it to Hamoda. Goes baseline left underneath to Akin. Shot timer to 8. Right side, it's Idle Rock. Shuffle it to Akin for a baseline jumper and in. And it's 44-30. USF will have the final opportunity just prior to halftime. 4 seconds to go. Left corner, Shabash, triple, air ball. And then half the Aggies with Bairstow, Ashworth, Shulga, Funk, and Dorius. Gigi Berea, left front court, 46-32 Aggies. Left side, Rishwain, triple on the way, no good. Rishwain gets his own rebound, back to the basket, and that's a foul as he ran into Funk.
Or a flop.
Looked like a pretty good flop.
Yeah. Let's see a replay of that. That was contact, though, so that's a judgment call by the official. Yeah, it could have gone either way.
I don't know if we're going to see a television replay on that, but Rishwain did bump into him. So left side, and now an offensive foul the other way.
There's a makeup call right there.
Yeah, the famous makeup. Foul is on Bairstow. I don't know that he did much, but that gives USF the ball back. 46-32, 19:05 to go. A lot of game left, but the Dons need to start humming offensively here. Keep up with this Aggie team. Left side, Marcus Williams right back in again. Over to Roberts. He came in for Rishwain. Roberts shuffles it to Gigi Berea. Underneath to Roberts. Reverse layup. No good! He was open underneath the basket. Just didn't knock it in. Rebound Aggies. Ashworth perimeter. He goes left front court. Left corner. This is Funk. Dribble drive, goes lane, turn around. Coonan lays it up and in. He was really patient going inside. Funk with 8 in the game. And the Dons lead, the Dons deficit now at 16. 48-32. USF front court. Williams outside right perimeter. Dons not in a situation to trade baskets here with the Aggies. That's what they've done in this half. Jump hook, Gigi Berea, and in. Now the Dons need a stop or two. 48-34 Aggies. Utah State front court, Ashworth dribbling to the head of the key. Outside right over to Funk, three-pointer up, no good, in out. Rebound foul against Utah State, that's Dorius. So Dorius picks up, I believe, his third personal. Yeah, he's the first player for the Aggies to pick up a third foul. For USF, Isaiah Hawthorne with 3, although he's not in the game right now. So USF front court, 17:45 to go. Roberts to Gigi Berea at the top of the circle. Handoff to Coonan, right front court. Coonan down the lane. Coonan turning layup, no good. The Dons have missed 2 layups. Roberts and now Coonan. Inside gimmies that just didn't go. Rebound Utah State. Remember those shots. Outside left, Shulga. Dribbles to the basket, sealed off by Williams. Over to Ashworth there. And he is sealed off. Ashworth is passing to Shulga. Foul line jumper, no good. Rebound foul. Who's it on? It's going to go against Utah State. Might be on Dorius. That's his 4th. So Dorius into real deep foul trouble here, Jim.
Yeah, that should help USF a little bit, particularly inside. The big, strong kid.
Well, the guy coming in to replace him, Akin.
The obvious foul there. He shoved.
Yeah,
the USF player right down on the floor, so that's definitely the 4th foul.
And all Akin did, Jim, in the first half was come off the bench and score 11 points in 16 minutes. So not a big drop-off here for Utah State. USF front court. Again, down 14, 48-34. Right side, Roberts 3, no good, in and out. Dons have had 2 layups rim out, and now a triple rims out. It's not USF's night here. Ashworth running banker and in. And check it, that was not Ashworth, that was Bairstow again. And it's 50-34 Aggies. USF Roberts, jumper in the paint in. Roberts with a dozen on 4 of 11. And it's the Aggies 50 and the Dons 36. Still 16-20 to go. Right side, Shulga jumper and in a smooth shot over Roberts. And it's 52-36. And again, the Dons trading baskets with Utah State, but USF needs a run here. Williams outside right perimeter. Any kind of Aggie run, Utah State could start to run away with this game. Left side jumper, Williams got it. Williams with 8. It's above his season norm. 52-38. And again, can USF get a stop or two? Outside left, Ashworth. Matched up with Shabazz. Funk on the perimeter. Got it by Hawthorne. Dribbles around him. And then Ashworth, top of the circle. Right side drive. Stop. 12-footer. Good. This Utah State team, Jim, one thing I've noticed, they're really good at making the mid-range jump shot.
Boy, and I'll tell you, very patient. They wait for it. They're not forced at all if they're open.
54-38. And USF into the front court, and a foul against Utah State stops the game clock with 15:23 to go. We're in the second half. Don's still down by 16. Utah State 54 and the University of San Francisco 38. As we step out for this special message from 25 Ventures, the preeminent diversity-focused venture fund at 25v.co. 54-38 Aggies lead on the WCC Network and KNBR 1050, the sports leader. Well, since halftime, USF has made 4 for 8 from the floor, but the Aggies this half are 5 for 7. So USF, as I have stated, the Dons can't really be exchanging baskets with Utah State, but that's what's happened since halftime. Here's Meeks in for USF. In the lane, jump hook good over Akin.
Yeah, nice play after timeout on isolation for Meeks down low in the left block.
54-40. Meeks with 9 in the game. Aggies basketball, front court to Funk. Matched up with Hawthorne. Hawthorne playing with 3 fouls. Right side, Shulga. Drives all the way to the basket. Reverse layup, good, a foul. And a chance at a 3-point play. And the Aggies now, since halftime, are 6 for 8 shooting.
Shulga taking it all the way to the other side of the rim from the right side, so the rim protecting any shot block, and he spins it with a little English off the glass with the left hand. Really a great shot by Shulga and a great offensive move.
Chance to give the Aggies a lead of 17. Their biggest lead was 18. In the first half, they were up at one point, 42-24. Free throw for Shulga is in, and it's now a 17-point difference, 57-40. USF front court, Tony Rochak in. Pass to Meeks, fronted by Akin. Akin nearly a steal. He got fouled. He grabbed the ball to midair and then got bumped, so it is a steal. And another USF turnover. That's his 3rd foul, Ty Roberts. That's the 13th USF turnover. The Aggies have only committed 4 turnovers. Well, Utah State basket here gives them the biggest lead of the afternoon. Left side, Ashworth. Dribble and drive. All the way underneath for the driving layup and in. And the Aggies do have their biggest lead today, up 19, 59-40.
Another example of the one-on-one penetration all the way to the rim.
Here's Shabazz the other way for a layup, good, then a foul, and a chance at a 3-point play. And they wave off the basket. No bucket, no continuation for Shabazz. He's not sure he likes that call too much.
No, I thought it was to the rim.
Yeah, he was heading over to the foul line. And so no bucket, it's a non-shooter. USF inbounding to Meeks. Meeks baseline left. Nowhere to go with it. Shuffle handoff to Roberts. Bounce at Shabazz right corner. Shot timer 12. Meeks triple. Air ball. Rebound down to Shulga. And it's Utah State basketball. Ahead to Hamoda back in. He had a good first half. Hamoda foul line jumper. No good. Rebound Williams. Dons have it with Rochak, Meeks, Roberts, Shabazz, and Williams. Outside right, Shabazz dribbles towards the basket. Pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound Funk, missed the 13-footer Shabazz. USF from the field. The Dons have been outshot here. 57% to 43% for the game. Ashworth outside right. 19-point game. Akin in the lane. An offensive charge. He ran through Rochak. It'll be Don's basketball.
Good play by Rochak there, coming from the weak side early on the dribble drive.
Just a reminder, Don's basketball brought to you by Provident Credit Union. Hey, Don's fans, a Provident Credit Union checking account actually pays you. Visit providencecu.org. USF front court. Dons need a basket here, down 19. A lot of game left still, but the clock now becoming the ally of the Aggies. Roberts spin jumper, no good. Rebound, Rishwain in the corner, and he knocks it out of bounds. He did not control it. It'll be Utah State basketball. All right, the Dons sub in with Justin Beeker now. Seldom used walk-on, so Coach Gerlofson trying to find the right answer here. He's got Gigi Berea with Rochak, Rishwain, Beeker, and Shabazz.
Trying to find a way to change some type of tempo with Utah State, but the trouble is, if you extend out, they've got such good ball skill players that they'll get by in passing skills. Now it leaves you open on the back end of any kind of pressure. So, boy, we try one way, it's not going to work. Try the other way. They're just the way they shoot the ball.
Left side, Shulga, dribble drive, feet underneath to Akin, kicked by Rishwain. So the shot timer will be reset at 20. Aggies will trigger in front court. USF Dons basketball brought to you by Arguello Market. Right near the USF campus, serving the best fresh roasted turkey sandwich in the city. Arguello Market, left side, Funk three, no good. Fouled by Rochak. And so Funk will go to the free throw line. And a chance to put Utah State up by 22 here.
Yeah, shooting the three-point shooter is not a good move. You know, he's going to get up there and pretty good free throw shooter.
59-40. 12:56 to go here from Chase Center. The USF women won. They were victorious over San Diego State, 65-56. The women now 7-2 under head coach Molly Goodenbauer. Good start. They'll be at home on Wednesday against Arkansas Pine Bluff. Couple of three free throws here for Funk. First one in, second one made. Coonan in for Rochak for USF.
Number 5, R.J. Idlerock.
61-40. One more free throw for Funk, who's into double figures with 10, and now 11 as he makes all three free throws. And the deficit for USF at 22 points. And this probably goes without saying, but the deeper we get into this game, the more difficult it will become for USF. Gigi Berea down the lane and a one-hand rip. What a throwdown by Gigi Berea. We'll make that the USF Evergood Sausage play of the game. The one-hand tomahawk jam. And then a block the other way by Gigi Berea. So a one-hand throwdown and then the swat. The Evergood Sausage play of the game brought to you by Evergood Sausages, locally made in San Francisco for 95 years. Find their hot links and their other flavors in a market near you. Evergood Sausages, they're ever good. Well, that makes it 62-42. Gigi Berea doing it on both ends of the floor.
Well, sometimes you only need one guy to spark the team, and that could be it. You know, I mean, it's a great block on that last possession.
Aiken inside, shot deflected by Rishwain. Loose ball grabbed out of midair by Gigi Berea. Dons will need a lot more of this. Shabazz at the top of the circle, bounce it to Coonan right front court. Coonan holds it, still holding. Now out top, Gigi Berea, big guy, a three, no good. And the rebound hauled down by Hamoda and Utah State. 62-42, 12 minutes to play. Hamoda down the lane, left front court to the basket. Underneath to Akin, banker and in. 64-42, and again, the Aggies up 22 over the USF Dons. Gigi Berea on the perimeter. Shabazz right front court. And then a whistle off the ball, and we get a foul against Utah State. Foul is going to be, I believe, on Ashworth. And that'll bring us to the under 12-minute timeout. 11:36 to go from inside Chase Center. Aggies 64, Dons 42 on the WCC network and KNBR 1050, the sports leader. 56% shooting, including even better in this half, 8 for 13 in the second half, 61.5%. USF for the game has made 43% on 17 of 40 and 6 for 14 since halftime. So Gigi Berea will be at the line. The Dons have entered the bonus. The Aggies committing 17 fouls this half. So Gigi Berea for a 1-and-1 try. Good. He'll get himself another free throw. 64-43 game. Dons have pretty much trailed from the outset. The Dons' last lead was at 5-4, way in the early moments. Utah State has really controlled this game. Credit to the Aggies and their head coach, Ryan Odom, the way they have played here today. Ashworth outside left after 2 made free throws for Gigi Berea. Makes it a 20-point game. Right corner, Hamoda, 3, no good, in out. Rebound, Gigi Berea. And here's a chance for USF, maybe a teeny bit of a push. Right side, Marcus Williams loops it out top to Gigi Berea. Running floater, good, he's fouled. And a chance at a 3-point play.
And that's what Gigi Berea really does well, run the floor. And he's done it in the second half, up and down. And it's really paid off for him. Not only on the offensive end, but on the defensive end. Good play there by Gigi Berea.
Well, he'll go to the stripe. Chance for a 3-point play. We see it again on replay. It was almost off balance in there, Jim, but he hung with it.
Yeah, very active player here in the second half. And he's, like we talked to you, he's getting improved every game through the season here in the pre-conference.
All right, free throw short, no good. Pat Olson, Jim Bravelli, our simulcast on the viewing side here on the internet, on the WCC network, and of course on radio on KNBR 1050. Right side triple, Idle Rock, no good. Rebound, Hamoda, and he then throws it right over to Shabazz. Another little bit of a chance for USF to crack the lead. Outside left, Shabazz. 18-point difference, 10:35 to go. Still a whole chunk of time remaining. Outside left, Coonan. Matched up with Idle Rock, shot timer 11. Coonan, handoff Shabazz. Shot clock at 8, game clock 10:20. Little shiver move by Shabazz. Step back 3, no good. Rebound, Rishwain got after it hard. And then there's a whistle in there, and the foul might be on Rishwain. Let's see. They showed number 2. Now, of course, Rishwain wears 2, but so does the Utah State player who was there, Sean Bairstow, and I think they got Bairstow, Jim.
I think they did. You know, it was almost a 50-50 ball, but in the officials' eyes, it looks like Rishwain got fouled on the play.
So Rishwain, chance at a 1-and-1. That's now 8 Aggie team fouls. 2 more, the Dons get into the double bonus. USF has committed 5 team fouls. So here's Rishwain at the line. Front end of a 1-and-1. It is up. It is good. Rishwain for the year has made 76% of his free throws. Came in averaging 6.5 points and 3 rebounds a ball game. 64-47. Next foul shot, good. And 64-48. It's now a 16-point difference with still 10:13 to go. Dons extend the defense a bit here. Meeks, Williams, Beaker, Roberts, and Shabazz. Into the front court, Hamoda. Outside left to Shulga. Underneath to Akin, out top Hamoda. Aggie basketball, we go under 10 minutes to go. Hamoda, left side, pounding the dribble. Still with the dribble, matched up with Meeks. Funk with 6 to shoot. Knocked away by Beaker and stolen by Beaker. Beaker in transition. Beaker outside right to Shabazz, top of the circle. Roberts triple, good! And that makes it 64-51. And here comes USF on a little push now. Aggie basketball, front court. Out top, Shulga. Gutted by Meeks. USF a 9-0 run. And a double dribble. A turnover by Shulga. And it's USF Dons basketball with still 9:15 to go. And USF on a spurt. The three-pointer by Roberts we see a second time. And that was a dagger shot by him. Roberts with 15 to lead all USF scores. So USF front court. Marcus Williams matched up with Hamoda. Goes right side, pull up three, good! It's a 10-point game, 64-54, and USF has run off a 12-0 run, and timeout taken by Utah State. Ryan Odom stopping play. This will become the full media break as we see the Williams triple again. Williams has poured in 11, and we take the timeout as we step out for this special message from Corona Extra. It's a 10-point game, 64-54 on the WCC Network and KNBR 1050, the sports leader. All right, Aggie basketball, USF on a push here. The Dons a 12-0 run and over the last 2 minutes and 40 seconds. The Aggies have gone 3 minutes without scoring. Hamoda on the perimeter. Goes right side to the wing. Out top to Akin. Handoff Ashworth. Shot timer 10. Ashworth feels his way into the lane. He lost the ball, but then got bumped and fouled by Shabazz. That's the Dons' 6th team foul. The Aggies have committed 9 as a unit. So the next Aggie foul, USF gets into the double bonus. It'll take 2 more USF fouls before the Aggies get bonus. Akin to the basket, lays it up and in. He got right inside around Shabazz. Took advantage of the height difference there. 66-54 now. Akin 6'9", Shabazz 6 even. Right side dribble drive by Roberts to the basket. Banker no good. Rebound Meeks, put back, scores. And it's 66-56. Again, a 10-point game with 8 minutes to play. Hamoda on the perimeter, spins to the baseline. Underneath, skids to a stop, reverse layup in. He traveled, no bucket. That's a turnover, and it's Dons basketball. And that brings us to the under 8-minute media timeout with 7:56 to go. The Dons down 10, have trailed by as many as 22. It's Utah State 66, USF 56, still 7:56 to go on the WCC Network and KNBR 1050, the sports leader. Toward Utah State 14-2 over the last 3:41. And a chance to continue that push as the Dons have possession here. A bucket now could make this a single-digit game. USF with Meeks. Beaker remains in there. Williams, Shabazz, and Roberts. Williams on the perimeter. Swing left. Shabazz dials up the triple. Good! And it's a 7-point game. 66-59 with still 7.5 minutes to go. Utah State front court. Shulga, perimeter. Gutted by Ty Roberts. Dribbles to the right front court. Now outside right over to Ashworth. A lob underneath to Akin. One-on-one with Roberts. Throws it left to Hamoda. Left side Funk triple, no good. Rebound Hamoda. Outside to Ashworth for the three. That's no good. Meeks gets the rebound. USF has it. Dons move front court. 7 minutes to go. 66-59 Utah State. Roberts top of the circle. A lot of ball game left still. 6:50 to go. Roberts perimeter. Outside right over to Marcus Williams. Dribble and drive. Goes to the basket. Runner no good. Threw it up a bit wildly that time. Rebound Utah State. Aggie basketball. 6:35 to play. Ashworth pounding the dribble on the perimeter. It's a 17-2 USF run. Outside right Funk. Dribble and drive. Running banker and in. He exploded to the basket. Makes it 68-59. 6:14 to go. USF clawing its way back in this game. Right side, Ty Roberts. One-on-one with Hamoda. A pull-up three, no good. Rebound, Meeks, putback, missed it! He was right there at the basket, missed the putback. And rebound, Utah State. Aggie ball front court. 5:45 to play. Ashworth with the dribble. Left front court, all the way to the basket. Driving layup, no good. Rebound to Akin, puts it back up and in. He was not boxed out at all. 70-59, USF front court, Dons down 11. And timeout, Chris Gerlifson with 5:32 to go. 30-second timeout. We stay right here. A reminder, USF Dons basketball brought to you in part by Corona Extra, the official cerveza of La Vida Más Fina. Find the fine life at Corona Extra. Also brought to you by Able Services, America's largest privately owned provider of janitorial, engineering, and facility solutions. That's Able Services, a proud sponsor of USF Athletics. Well, Jim, the Dons put on that push. They're right in the game here, down 11 with 5:32 to go.
When USF really had possession of the ball on that run, Williams took a shot that was a little suspect there, a running left-handed runner, and wasn't good. And then, of course, Utah State's such a good team, they're going to take advantage of it. And then the second possession they brought on that right after that is a missed perimeter shot three, and then a putback by Meeks underneath that was missed also. So both those two possessions now puts it all the way back to 11-point lead for Utah State. It could have been, 4 or 5 points.
The Dons have gone 2 minutes, 9 seconds without scoring here after that long push to get back into it. USF has out-rebounded Utah State 24-23. Aggies have outshot USF 53% to 44% floor. It's a good shooting team, Utah State. The Aggies 6-0. The Dons 7-1. USF triggering the inbound. Dons have three guards, Shabazz, Roberts, and Williams, with Gigi, Berea, and Hawthorne. Big possession here for USF. Handoff to Roberts. Passes to Gigi Berea, and he lost it out of bounds. Roberts had a good idea. Gigi Berea couldn't handle it. A USF turnover, and it's Utah State basketball. USF now has committed 14 turnovers. An 11-point game as we approach the 5-minute mark. Shulga front court. Left side. Got it by Hawthorne. Outside right to Funk. Matched up with Roberts. He's going to back down Roberts. Funk turn in the lane. Outside left Shulga. Shot timer to 7. And a foul by Hawthorne on the perimeter with 5 on the shot clock. The foul on Hawthorne. That's his fifth personal foul. So Hawthorne is fouled out. He's removed from the game. Beaker back in again with 4:54 to go. So Hawthorne is a casualty. 6th USF team foul. Next one, the Aggies enter the bonus. Right side Ashworth, handoff Shulga, 3, very short. Rebound is out of bounds off Utah State. It'll be Don's basketball. So here's another chance for USF. Down to 4:44 to go. Don's trail by 11. But this USF team showed how quickly they can spurt you. So there's plenty of time for one more USF spurt. Gigi Berea perimeter. Handoff to Roberts. Weaves down the lane. Pulls it back out top. Lob underneath to Gigi Berea. One-on-one with Akin. Turn, jump hook, no good. Rebound Beaker, and then out of bounds. Last touch by Beaker.
I like that last possession, though, getting the ball inside by Roberts into Gigi Berea. You know, on a one-on-one isolation, they really opened up the floor for him one-on-one for the easy post move. Just happened to miss a nice jump hook.
Utah State front court. Boy, nearly a travel there by Shulga out top. He had gotten away with one. Left side, matched up with Beaker, drives by him, shuffles it to Akin in the lane. Outside right to Hamoda. Back to Akin underneath, and a whistle and a kick. It was kicked by Marcus Williams. So the shot timer reset to 20 as the game clock goes under 4 minutes now. 3:59 to go. It's the Aggies 70 and the Dons 59 as we continue from Chase Center on the WCC Network and KNBR 1050, the sports leader. Well, next to Jim Bravelli, Pat Olson for the final 3:59. USF still in come from behind mode here. Aggies inbound with the ball, right corner Shulga. One-on-one with Ty Roberts, backs him down. Underneath to Akin for a dunk. And the Aggies have gone up 13. And a flop has been called. And the flop is the technical. So the flop against USF. It's on Ty Roberts. Again, it's a Class B technical, one free throw. And the free throw is good by Ashworth. It doesn't change possession for you, but it does give the Aggies another point as Ashworth made the foul shot. And Ashworth now has put the Aggies up by 14. USF may have dug just a little bit too much of a hole here tonight. Now starting to run out of time in this comeback bid. Left side Williams drives to the basket, layup good, quick bucket there, and it's 73-61. Williams with 13. And it's Utah State basketball. Ashworth left side, we approach 3:20 now. Ashworth right side to Hamoda, triple, good, he rattled it in. Hamoda from downtown. They got all kinds of guys that can make the three-point shot.
Yeah, once you key on somebody, Pat, there's someone else who's going to knock home the three. And gee, just look at they have 5 guys in double figures, and a high three-point shooting team. They're confident in really giving the ball up to anyone.
76-61 Utah State. You know, you circle some games on the calendar for this USF team if they're going to have that opportunity this year for the, you know, at-large bid. As you think about the NCAA tournament, a team that went to the tournament a year ago, Jim. The game at Davidson, certainly the Wichita State, Northern Iowa games went their way. This game here, and looking like Utah State is kind of in the driver's seat as Roberts goes inside for a jumper. And then you still got games coming up at UNLV. That's later in the month. New Mexico, a neutral site game in Vegas, and the Arizona State home game. Got to win some of those. And, you know, maybe USF might need all 3 of those now if you want to be in that conversation.
Yeah, and there's really no room for error in those games if you want to stay into that conversation. And secondly, it really prepares you for the WCC. So this is the time of year where you got to really tweak things and clean things up and get ready for conference play against really good teams.
All right, here's the free throw for Ty Roberts. It's good. He finishes off a three-point play. It's a 12-point difference, but we're under 3 minutes now. 2:55 to go. Dons extend the defense. Ashworth in the backcourt gets it ahead to Funk, and then front court to Shulga, and now Utah State, the game clock, their best friend. So the Aggies slow it down, spread the floor a bit here. With now 2:40 to go. Right corner, Hamoda, another triple, no good. Rebound, Rochak, ahead, Shabazz. USF front court. Shabazz quickly into the forecourt, left side, Rishwain. Bounces underneath to Gigi Berea. Turning, leaning, lost the handle, taken out of his midst there by Akin. Akin just reached in and snared it away from him, and a turnover. Don's had a chance to cut it to 10 there.
Yeah, Atkins coming from the weak side really was surprised by Gigi Perea coming over from the weak side and lost handle on the ball.
2:05 to play. Right side Ashworth drives the lane, goes underneath, and then kicks it off for a Funk triple. Corner, no good. Rebound, Rochak, and again USF an opportunity, but we're now down to 1:50. Left side, Rishwain. Can't get open for the three. Now he does. It's up. It's no good. Rebound, Hamoda. And it's Utah State basketball with 1:40 now. And USF going to run out of time here. Steal by Shabazz at midcourt, but that's a USF foul. And the Aggies will go to the line. Chance to extend this lead. USF Dons basketball brought to you in part by 25 Ventures, the preeminent diversity-focused venture fund at 25v.co. Also brought to you by Nike, the official athletic apparel for USF student athletes and coaches. Nike, just do it. Rochak out, Williams in for USF. 1:35 to play. Utah State up a dozen, looking to add to the lead here, as at the foul stripe is Ashworth. 17 fouls. It's a 1-and-1. It's good. And that gets him one more at the line here. High point man for the Aggies. Akin with 19 off the bench. Second free throw in, out, no good. Rebound USF. And a pass ahead is intercepted, picked up by Shulga, and then fouled by Rishwain with 1:28 to go. And now Utah State in position here if they don't make the silly turnover. If they make their free throws coming down the stretch, they're going to get to 7-0, and USF would drop to 7-2. Here's Shulga for a 1-and-1. Free throw up in. Shulga with 15. Akin, the high point man, with 19. Funk is added 13, and Bairstow has 12 for Utah State. Second free throw in, and the lead stretched out to 15 for the Aggies with 1:24 to go. Right side, Shabazz lost the handle. Right back to him. Somehow he reclaims it and then again lost it out of bounds this time. Shabazz may be trying to do too much with one possession there.
Yeah, with 1:18 left, there's really not much to do when you're 15 down, really. Extended the defense a little bit by USF, but this team has really got some skills in terms of ball handling and passing skills, and they've got the ball right through the press and will reverse it until they find that open look, even with just a minute left in the clock.
Yeah, and we're down to a minute to go. Aggie basketball front court. USF down 22, came back to trim it to 7. They had a couple chances after that as a missed jumper by Funk. Rebound Rishwain, tie-up jump ball. There was a missed runner by Marcus Williams inside, and then a pretty good idea by Gigi Berea, and then the missed putback. I think it was actually Roberts that missed the three, and then Meeks missed the putback inside. Those two possessions, and then suddenly Utah State was able to pull away again. There's a missed shot by the Aggies. Don's front court. Meeks, right side, three, no good off the back iron. Rebound Utah State. We're down to 40 seconds to go. We'll go ahead and name Tyrell Roberts for USF, our USF Dons Planet Orange Pest of the Game. Brought to you by Planet Orange. Roberts with 18 points in 27 minutes. The Planet Orange Pest of the Game as the Aggies will dribble down to about 8 seconds to go here. The Planet Orange Pest of the Game, and a right side three by Ashworth is good. Brought to you by Planet Orange. For the Bay Area's best eco-friendly pest control at planetorange.com. Roberts driving the basket at made three, makes it an 18-point game. 82-64. Roberts fouled. So the Planet Orange pest of the game, Ty Roberts, will have an opportunity to get his 19th and 20th points at the line with 7.9 to play, but Utah State will win this game. First free throw, no good. Aggies outshot USF 31 for 61, 51%. The Dons shot 44%. Second free throw by Roberts, no good. Rebound Hamodip, and this game is over. So the Aggies dribble it out. They improve to 7-0, and the USF Dons see their record drop to